Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Kyrielle and I'm so happy that you are joining me today. I hope you stick around. Today I am doing something very exciting for me because I have had this palette for so long, and yes, I am late to the party, but today I'm going to be doing a first impressions trying on of the Jaclyn Hill x Morphe palette. I am so thrilled, excited, ecstatic to be trying this palette for the first time today. As you can see, I've already created the look, but don't see because I'm going to be creating the look throughout the video. This is getting weird and strange already. I'll be going through the shades for you. All of these magical shades right here. I mean, just look at the colours in this palette. As you can tell, I tried to use a variety of shades and I tried to try shimmers and also the matte, so I could really get a vibe for the palette. This is obviously so hyped up, it's unbelievable. Everybody and their mother has already tried this palette, but I still wanted to give it a go on camera and discuss it to see if it was actually worth the hype, worth the £37 that it is, because that's quite a lot for a Morphe palette. The Morphe palettes are originally like £23 each, so it's quite a jump from their original price range, so I really wanted to try it. So without further ado, if you want to see the swatches, how I made this look, just keep on watching. So looking at the palette just at a glance, obviously you've got this white, very sleek looking container here with the Jaclyn Hill palette on the front with Morphe. It's in a foiled kind of silver shimmer, and then on the back of the palette it has all of the shades and the names. I do appreciate this, although I wish it was back to front. It's one of those things where when you open the eyeshadow, the actual colour is on the opposite side, and that, I don't know why, that kind of annoys me. That's just a personal preference, obviously. At least they've got the shades on the back. I think there's about 19 to 20 matte shades in here, and then the rest are shimmers. I really love the different colour range that we have in here. Something that I liked about this is that I opened it up and I was more inspired. I was like drawn to the colour almost like instantly, and they're very unique shades, I feel. So I think that's everything that I have to say on the palette. I think I covered everything. So I'm gonna swatch the colours real quick and go through them row by row on my arm. So here are the shades of the first row. We have In Light, Beam, Silk Cream, MFEO, Faint, Sissy, and Little Lady. This is the second row. We have Creamsicle, Butter, Pooter, I think that's how you say it, I'm not quite sure, Pukey, Hunts, Firework, and Queen. Here is the third row. We have Obsessed, SBN, Hilster, Roxanne, Jax, Buns, and Cranapple. So this is the fourth row. We have Royalty, Twerk, Hustle, Meeks, 24/7, Chip, and Mocha. So here is the final row. We have Pool Party, Jade, Diva, Enchanted, Central Park, Soda Pop, and Abyss. Okay, so I am so excited. So to give this a fair test, I'm gonna go ahead and prime with a tried and true product that I know I love priming my eyes with. And if you are wondering, it is the Collection Last Imperfection Concealer. Just gonna set my eyelids. Okay, we are ready. Shades in here are so stunning. I'm not sure what shades I actually want to go in with. My heart and soul just says neutral, neutral, neutral eye, but look at all these pops of colours along here. So I'm gonna go in with this mustardy colour, which is called Creamsicle, and I'm gonna go in with the Morphe Wine 16 brush. There is so much pigment on there. I'm just gonna add like a little wash of colour. I should scoot you a bit closer. I feel like that's a lot better for you guys to see. This is seriously very pigmented and very blendable. I really like this colour actually. I really love the way that that mustard shade has just like blended but left like such like a nice transition. And by the way, there's like no fallout at all on that shade. Then I'm gonna go into the color that is right next to it, and this is called Butter. God, that was so posh. Butter. Deepen up the crease a little bit. There's a little bit of kickback, but not too much. Just gonna put this slightly below that mustardy shade. Again, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just playing around. These blend so well. I would suggest like tapping off the excess before going in on your eyes, just to make sure you don't have too much going on the lid in one time. I'm just going back in with the Y16. I really want to do the yellow with like the navy right here. Add a little bit more of like a rusty kind of depth to it, and I'm going to go in with the colour that I think is called Roxanne. It's just kind of like a deeper, more red toned brown, and I'm just gonna really tuck that in to the crease. I didn't tap off the excess enough, clearly. It's fine, we'll just keep blending. Okay, I've got to really work hard to blend this colour. This is really pigmented. Just gonna go back in with that yellow colour because I feel like we've lost it a little bit. I feel like this side has gone a lot better than that side because I feel like I just had too much on my brush. What I've noticed is there's zero fallout. So I'm gonna go in with a Zoeva 234. This is a smoky shade brush, very much well loved, kind of battered looking brush. I'm going to go into the colour, which is Twerk. Is that really the colour? Okay, I go in with Twerk. It's very much a purpley kind of blue, so I'm gonna kind of do like a spotlight halo kind of thing. Oh my gosh. Whoa! It feels wet going on my eyelid. This is so vibrant. I'm just slowly blending this in. The pigment is so rich, and I haven't used any kind of setting spray or anything. This is literally just on the brush to my face. That's it. Like this, so creamy. So I'm just going to use the side of my brush and kind of wing it out slightly. Okay, so now I'm going to take a Morphe 507 brush and I'm going to dip into this colour just a little bit more. I'm just going to blend it just a little bit. The only thing that I will say about this colour is I feel like I kind of have to buff it into my eyelid because otherwise it kind of picks up on texture, but that's the only kind of thing that I have with it. But it's because it's such a creamy formula. I want to do like a spotlight, so I want to have like a light colour in the middle. So what should I go for? Can't choose between Obsessed and Faint. I can't really oh my gosh, they are so pretty. I think I'm gonna go with a more champagne-y kind of colour, which would be Faint. We'll try it without and then we'll try it with a setting spray and see which one is better. This is another one of their very creamy shades, so similar to the blue, so we'll see how this pans out right now. I'm just gonna go straight down. I'm going to try it with a little bit of the Smashbox Primer Water. It's more metallic when using the setting spray, 100%. One thing I will say as well, the creamier shades really don't work that well on like blending brushes. I'm just blending the colours together with the M507 again. Hey Kyrielle, where's that colour that you just put on your lid? Oh, I blended it away because I'm an idiot. I think that's as even as I'm getting because my eyes are two completely different shapes. Do I do a wing with this though? That is the question. Do I do a wing? I think I'm gonna do a little bit of eyeliner just to conceal the band of my lashes. Just gonna add a little bit of Lash Paradise mascara from L'Oreal. I'm gonna add my lashes. I'm not quite sure what lashes I should wear. Okay, so I finished up my bronzer, blush, highlight. I'll probably do a nude lip, but I just wanted to see where I'm gonna go with this. I love the way this is actually looking with the lashes on. The ones I decided to go with were the Honey Bee lashes from Unicorn Cosmetics. I love them. They're so over the top and so full on, but they look amazing, and I like them because they are kind of like separated but full, so they don't kind of mask the eye colour completely, but they are still there. I really want to test the colours in this palette, so maybe some of the greens. I don't know, because we've got blue. I really like to go along with the saying blues and greens should never be seen unless there's a colour in between. Anybody else heard that before? I don't know, we got a good thing going on by here and I don't want to ruin it. One thing I have noticed as well is I do have a little bit of fallout underneath my eye, and because the actual colour is so creamy, it's actually really hard to get rid of unless I go in with a concealer, so I may have to touch up that once I've actually done the under eye colour. I think first of all I'm going to go back in with that mustard colour just as like a transition underneath the eye. You know what, screw it, I'm going to go in with the teal. If it doesn't look good, then it doesn't look good, but I hope it comes out okay. I'm not fussed on the tone that it's come out with, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my smolder pencil, go in the waterline and then see if I can smudge it just to make it kind of like a more deeper emerald kind of green. Okay, I actually much prefer it this colour now because I've added the depth right at the waterline. Now to tackle the fallout, I'm going to take a little bit of face powder and we're going to hope and pray that I can get rid of this fallout. Oh god. I'm trying 2 different concealers. One has gone really creepy and I cannot seem to get rid of this fallout. So I am pretty much done with this palette. I've used a lot of colours in here. I can't wait to use more, but I'm going to go ahead and put on a nude lip considering how much colour I just put on my eyes, and I shall be right back to discuss my thoughts. Okay, so we are back. So this palette, what did I think about it? I was actually pretty much blown away with the quality of the eyeshadows and the pigment. I can't believe how well these shades are formulated considering the price. Now I say that lightly because this was £37, so it's not the cheapest palette. I am very much a fan of this and I think the hype is there for a reason. The blendability is also one thing that I want to comment on. Like, these are so blendable, so user friendly, and I know that's what Jaclyn said that she wanted from this palette. She wanted people from beginners all the way to makeup artists to be able to use this palette, and I think she has nailed it. I've tried the shimmers and also the mattes in here, and you get such a variety of different shades from your warm tones to your pops of colour. There's so much you can do in this eyeshadow palette and I feel like it is worth every single penny that you spend on it. Obviously with the creamier formulas the pigment is insane, they feel wet. Obviously with the blue shade I did have a little bit of fallout, but it wasn't too crazy. What I would just suggest doing if you are worried about that is maybe doing your eyeshadow before your foundation just to make sure. Also with the mattes, the pigment is there as well, there's no doubt in that either. The only one thing that I said about these eyeshadows is when using a fluffy brush, the kind of creamier eyeshadows, they don't blend as well, they can kind of skip a little with that, but it's because they are creamy. When using those kind of shadows, and if you want to like blend the shadow like into another or something like that, I'd use a smaller one. So like the brush that I used for it was the Morphe 507. You'll just find that you'll get more precision that way. This blue, it is more of like a satin, almost metallic shade. Blending with those can be kind of difficult as well, but because the formula in this is so creamy, it is kind of hard to use like a blending brush to buff out the edges. That's just what I found. But you know, my eyeshadow skills are still kind of beginner, but I just like playing with eyeshadow. I'm used to more hard shadows, I guess, because I've used like NYX. I feel like this is a very good palette to have as a staple. Got so many neutrals and so many nice pinky shades that I think would be really nice for like very much an everyday look. We went in with a few crazy colours today to see how they blended and what they felt like. It's amazing, and I've had it for a few months now and I've been waiting to try it for this video, and I wish I had tried it sooner, god dang it. I've fallen in love hard and fast for this palette. I have the Huda Beauty and the Modern Renaissance palette by, is it Anastasia or Anastasia? Anyway, getting sidetracked. I have those two. I've had them for ages, but I wanted to film first impressions. I really want to dive in now, especially after having such success with this one. I loved doing this as well because I did something that was out of my comfort zone and I really want to try different things with makeup. So if you want to come back and see me review and test out those palettes, those really hyped up palettes for the first ever time, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button because that will notify you, well, hopefully, fingers crossed, that'll tell you when I upload those videos. Also, if you want to definitely know when I've uploaded those, click the little bell icon because that will email you and actually tell you that I've uploaded. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up so I can continue on trying out these products because I enjoy it so freaking much. Anyway, I shall see you on the next one, hopefully, if you decide to come back. And yeah, that's it from me. Bye!